I feel like where I am right now with dating is like, I'm not like in the streets, but I'm on the sidewalk. I'm not inside. I'm on the sidewalk. Sometimes I like fall into the streets on accident, but I always make my way back home to the sidewalk. You know what I mean? Like that's
no. I don't. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Vulnerable. I am your host, Chelsea Vaughn, and today, for our 30th episode, we have our first repeat guest. It's Cashay Proudfoot. You guys know and love her from my second episode ever, but also from Love Island USA, from The Challenge USA, and from just being my bestie in New York, another fellow bald baddie. She has curly hair right now, but she's bald under there. It's Cashay Proudfoot. Welcome to Vulnerable.
That was cute. Under her hair, she's bald. I have a mini fro now.
That's actually true. Her hair is longer than my mini fro under there. Welcome to the studio. Dude, Cash has been on my ass about this.
Oh my God. Guys, I got played.
No.
You played me your first episode. We got drunk. Episode 2. If you guys haven't listened, go listen. It was
Ghosting and getting off with Cashay Proudfoot.
It was so messy, but we recorded a full episode and then the sound wasn't working.
Yeah, so that was my fault. We recorded a full episode. This is my second time, okay? I just bought the damn mic on Amazon. I didn't know what I was doing.
I know, and I dropped it.
Yeah. She drops the mic in my kitchen. We did a whole hour-long episode. Honestly, pour one out for that episode because I feel like it was hilarious.
Dude, it ate.
Yeah.
Everyone loved it. When I posted it, people were like, oh
no, I'm talking about the one that no one ever heard.
No, facts. I thought that one probably would have won an award. I'm not even kidding. It was so good. It broke my heart that it didn't work.
And then I realized I was pulling the audio from my laptop and not from the mic. And so there was no shot.
But now look at you. Look at this
now, yes. And now
maybe let me upgrade you. It's gorgeous.
And now we've got you in the studio.
Thank goodness. First repeat, 8.
So for What's Going On, I'm thinking about changing this segment, guys, just because I am, an organized Virgo queen. And I like to have my shit done ahead of time. And it just doesn't work for pop culture that happened 4 weeks ago. It's just not relevant by the time you guys hear the episode. So for What's Going On today, we're just going to do what's going on in our lives.
Yeah.
What's going on with you right now?
I am in such a messy era. And I feel like y'all are going to be like, where's the growth? Because episode 2. That was a little crazy. But I think now I am so bored. And it's becoming a problem. Because it's like, I'm doing things for the plot. I'm creating a story. I'm doing things that maybe I shouldn't. I feel like I'm in my 22 era. Do you know what I mean? I'm just doing dumb shit and I just shouldn't. I'm 27, grow up. But I'm the girl who cried I'm moving. We were just talking about this. I literally was looking at apartments in Miami. I'm going to Miami the second week of June and I think I'm going to look at places. Should I move?
No.
What should I do? I'm so bored. But then again, the summer is coming up, so...
Wait, why are you so bored? What's going on?
I don't know. I think going on reality TV, it's such a high. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that all that's calmed down and I don't know, influencing is so boring. My acting, I audition probably 5 times a week and never book. So it's it's so embarrassing and sad. And then with dance, it's just, oh my God. Anytime I post anything, people are like, slut. No, my God.
Oh my God.
Because I do heels choreography and stuff like that. So I'm should I do a different type of dance? But I'm I love you. Girl, I'm bored. I'm just I want something to spice up my life in some way.
Well, yeah, I kind of feel that because I feel like that's why people are like, why do you keep going on these reality shows? If you don't like them, because I've talked so much shit about Bachelor.
Oh my God.
And then it's just you're on this high and then it's okay, well, maybe that one sucked, but this one's going to be different this time.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like that high that you're on when you come off of a show. Or
I
when
know.
You're literally on a show.
I know. And I told you I'm being considered for...
For what?
Wait, you don't know?
Spill it. What?
Yeah. Yeah, we have to talk about it after. I've signed an NDA, so I can't talk about it, but I might go on that show.
Oh my God.
Is that fucking crazy?
Sorry.
Can I swear?
For now, yeah.
Okay.
You asked this last time, LOL. Meanwhile, you're talking about last time the amount of things. Anyways, what?
I know. So you guys might be seeing me on reality TV again. I talk hella shit too. We made a TikTok.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
About how we were saying goodbye to reality TV.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm on TV right now.
I know. Okay. Yeah, we have to get into that, but
okay.
Never mind. I don't want to talk about it because
we can't.
I accidentally almost spilled all of the beans on Instagram Live, remember?
Oh, right. Jesus Christ.
Wasn't my fault.
Yeah. So what's going on with me? Speaking of reality TV, I guess.
Yeah. How is that being on again?
I just thought this time was going to be different.
Okay.
And it is different. It is different.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Like your intro, your first episode, the half that I saw, you ate.
Yeah. So there was another episode last night. Honestly, the first episode, I just didn't expect to be as triggered as I am watching.
What do you mean? Oh, wow.
Like watching myself on TV again and be edited again, it just like makes my blood boil like nothing else in this world. Like it really bothers me. And I'm just like, why do I keep doing this to myself? But this time I really was like, oh my God, the Canadian show is so different. Like the different producers and like they're so like wholesome and they like somehow, well, I can't say a lot of things that I want to say to you right now. I'll tell you later. Yeah. But like, it's just the choices they're making are not choices that I would personally make or that I think are smart for multiple reasons.
Like for your edit or the entire show?
A lot for me. Because I know like a lot deeply what happened with me.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense, some things that are happening. Anyway, it just like really bothered me and I got a little bit more emotional about it than I expected. Like when I was in Toronto, we're watching it in a bar and I'm just like, I didn't expect to be bothered by this. I was like, this time it's going to be different because like whatever, who cares? Like da-da-da. And it bothered me.
Wow.
Yeah. So in conclusion, I don't think I'm going on any more reality shows.
I will say though, how you're edited in the beginning, like I feel like, and this is the story that I've had, especially on the challenge, I was about to throw hands at how I was edited in the beginning. But like a lot of the times, and I feel like you're going to be such a focal point in your show, like,
and I understand that.
Right. It still fucking sucks.
But they're doing it wrong.
Oh.
I'll tell you later. But like if you were going to create what you were going to create, you would have had to start, you should have started from the beginning. It's just not it's not giving what it should give.
I need to know like actual deets before I like comment.
But anyway, in conclusion, I thought, and I told you this too, I was like, oh my God, I'd love to go on a competition show or like the challenge or something.
Yeah.
I just don't think reality TV is for me because it's always going to be some version of edited. It's not, I'm not saying they're giving me a bad edit. I'm just saying like people don't think about what's being withheld.
Yeah, never. They only comment on what they see and they don't think that like, wow, maybe there's a part of the story that's being left out.
Right. And it's like the parts that are left out make so much more of a difference. It's not like they're manipulating what they're showing. It's just like it naturally is because they're leaving so much information out. Yeah.
I know. I still haven't talked publicly about what happened on my season. Of the challenge. Are
you allowed to?
Well, yeah, but it's just like, I hate giving time to those people, especially like, it was just messy and I like finally healed from everything. But now it's like, why even talk about it?
Yeah.
But it really messed me up. So the fact that I'm like thinking about going on another reality show, I'm like, oh, I did it. Because I've had both experiences. Like on Love Island, I feel like my story was really shown really well.
Right.
And then on the challenge, they like tried to make me look like the crazy ex-girlfriend that was so pressed about her ex. But like, I didn't give a literal, you know, I was like chilling. But having gone through both experiences, one being like, I'm that bitch, and the other one being like, what the fuck? You know, it's different. And I've had like both experiences, but I don't know.
It's just a gamble every time. It's just like, you never know what you're going to get.
You never know.
You could end up being a villain. You could end up being this. You could like, every time you go on reality TV, it's a gamble. I think I've pressed my luck. I think I'm done.
For me, it's not even the editing that like makes me upset. It's really the people. Like I've met some really awful people through reality TV and it's awful in the sense of like, you think someone's one way and then it's like not that at all.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people just have like really weird motives and intentions and it's so weird. Like I'm grateful enough to have met like a lot of really like close friends and interesting people, but there's just a lot of people I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, what I can say about the Canadian experience is like, easily way better than my other two experiences.
Really?
Like the actual being there and filming, I had a blast and like had a beautiful, wonderful time. So like that part can never be taken away from me. It's just like watching it back when you expect one thing and get another. It's just, that's always hard to see.
Yeah, it's hard going in with expectations.
I know. I try not to do that.
How many episodes are there? Do you know?
Total?
Yeah.
I think there's going to be 10 to 12.
Oh, okay.
I don't know for sure.
You're in for a long ride, baby.
Yeah, I know. We're only on it'll be week 3. Well, when this comes out, I don't even know what week it'll be. But anyways, watch Bachelor in Paradise Canada, guys.
The plug.
Okay, so today I wanted to talk about a very fun, spicy topic.
I'm excited. She didn't tell me before.
Yeah, she doesn't know what it is. I want to talk about cheating.
Oh, fuck. No. Don't get me triggered. It's 11:30 in the morning.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Let's do it. It's fine.
So, I was listening to a very interesting podcast. It was actually We Met at Acme. I talk about this all the time, and I'm going to have the host on soon. But she did an episode with Dan Savage about ethical non-monogamy.
Okay.
And he was just talking about how, he's a gay man.
Okay.
And obviously,
Love.
Gay male relationships are very different than straight hetero ones, especially as far as monogamy. But he was just, I don't know, I feel like he made some really good points about like how straight people don't really think about things, like they don't really talk about things and they just assume things.
Yeah.
Like we don't really talk about like, hey, is this relationship going to be monogamous? It's just like, are you my boyfriend? Are you my girlfriend? Whatever. Like, are we exclusive? Cool.
Like the boundaries.
Right.
Yeah.
And the lines, like what's considered cheating? And what are you okay with? What are you not okay with? Like, would you be into having a threesome? Like, nothing is ever really discussed unless, I don't know, it's the cliche, like, we've been married for 15 years and we're bored kind of thing. So I thought that was so interesting because he was like, for gay people, like, none of this is the default setting, so we have to talk about everything. So it's, like, somewhat more, I don't know if healthy, but, like, a little bit, just because, like, they have to communicate about everything, so everyone is aware of everything.
Yeah.
So... First question is...
Okay. Here we go.
I actually didn't think this through with you. No, my bad.
Yeah. No, it's fine. We can be messy.
Feel free to not answer anything if you don't want to, okay? Have you ever been cheated on? No, actually, let's start with... No.
It's okay. Wait, if you want to start with something else, we can.
I want to start with what do you consider cheating?
Okay, period. Okay. I think, and after my last relationship, I really had to sit down and think about this because for me, there's cheating and then there's just like disrespect. You know what I mean? Sometimes like there's the fine line between. So I consider cheating, obviously the physical, that's so freaking obvious, but
break it down. Like, is a kiss cheating?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, like, I'm all freaky, you know? So, like, if we're, like, out, you know what I'm saying? Because it's, like, sexuality's fluid. And, like, I don't know. I want my partner to let me, like, kiss a girl if I want to kiss a girl.
Right.
Just don't go around kissing, you know? Like, I'm like, oh, kiss her, and then we kiss, like, whatever. But I don't know. Yes. Kissing is cheating. Okay?
Except when you do it. I'm just kidding.
I mean, hello? If he's not fluid, you're cheating, bitch. Yeah, so like obviously physical cheating is cheating, but then where it gets like mucky for a lot of people is like emotional and social media. That's when it gets really messy. And for me, it's like, I was thinking, would you consider DMing another woman, setting the fire emojis and all this stuff? Like, do you consider that cheating? I was thinking about this question because that's what my ex used to do. Like, he was just I was so embarrassed dating that man. Like, he was constantly in women's DMs, likes. Like, that was one of the biggest problems in our relationship. He's like, well, I'm not doing anything. I'm like, yeah, but you're embarrassing. Like, it is so embarrassing to go to a party and hear, like, the girl behind you, like, her man's always in my DMs. Like, I'm like, is that cheating or am I just fucking embarrassed? You know? But then after the relationship ended, seeing screenshots, I'm like, oh no, that's cheating.
Yeah.
But it depends on like what you think is happening, you know?
It does.
So what do you think?
There's a fine line that can be danced around clearly. Like if we're talking technicality, do I technically think swiping up fire emoji on a girl story is cheating? No, I wouldn't put it in the cheating category.
Exactly.
It's definitely sus. I definitely don't want it to happen. But then like that makes me think about emotional cheating.
Right.
Because I do consider like if you're having a full-blown romantic connection with your coworker and you guys have never kissed or done anything physical, but you're texting her every night saying good night and telling her things that you haven't told me, like that's cheating. Yeah. Even though you haven't hooked up at all.
Doesn't matter. Exactly. When you cross that boundary of like, especially like talking to another woman about our relationship problems, I do not like that. I do not, and I don't care if you're friends with her. I don't care if I'm friends with her. Like, why are you telling her things I've never heard before? Like, that's that's what gets me.
That's when it's like, if things have not been said to me and they're being said to another girl, like,
why? And work wife? Bye.
But then, work wife. But that's so funny because on this podcast, like, the guy was saying, like, oh, straight people are so threatened by, like, their partner having like a work wife or something, and it's like they should be like they should chill out about that. But I'm just like, but why? And this is like, this is kind of like my conversation about like really close friends, like girls and guys friends. When you're in a relationship, it's like the boundary thing.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be defined before you're in the relationship, because then you get in a sticky situation where they're like, well, I'm not doing anything.
Right. I'm good. I will say, though, and this might be a hot take.
Okay.
I think it's a red flag if my partner doesn't have female friends. Because for me, if I'm dating a man and he doesn't have any friends that are women, then to me he looks to women as sexual objects, and I don't like that. Like it's important for me to have a man that can be like, okay, like women are more than just that's very explicit what I was going to say. Women are more than, sexual objects, like, so if I meet a guy and he's like, no, like, why would I be friends with a girl? I fuck her. Like, well, why do you have to have sex with everyone you're attracted to?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not naive to think that my partner having a female best friend, he's not attracted to her. She's beautiful.
Right.
But it's like, did you think, okay, I can be friends with her without having sex with her? Or did you just have to have sex with her because she's a woman? Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't think that's really a hot take. I think it's a smart take.
Okay.
I think...
Because it's such a thing where girls are like, I don't want my partner to have female friends. I'm like, why?
Well, you should have a partner that can control his emotions / genitals.
Hello.
Like,
hello.
Men should be able to... Yeah, it's totally exactly what you said. You should be able to have a female friend without being like, I have to have sex with everyone that's a female.
Mm-hmm. I think that's very weird.
And I feel like people are going to be like annoyed that I said female. Like,
I know. I was saying female friends, but it's like woman friends. That's like not how you say that. But
lady friends.
Lady friends. And then
girlfriend.
That sounds sexual when you say lady friend.
It does sound like.
If he was calling his friend a lady friend, I'm like, you're fucking
my lady
her.
Friend.
You're fucking her. Bye.
Yeah. I kind of want to go back to the kissing thing because I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I think...
I'm pretty chill about that, though.
You're chill about that with you, though. Like, if your man was like, yeah, I just kissed another girl.
If we were talking.
If you were together.
If we're dating.
Kissed the girl in front of you.
Okay, but like, why? Like, what's the situation?
Okay, but then why are you doing it?
Like, I'm not going to just kiss a girl. But if we're talking and I'm like, and then I'm like, oh, she's really cute. And he's like, yeah, kiss her. I'm sprinting over there. I'm not just going to kiss a girl and be like, babe, like, it's okay because I'm fluid. No, like, I respect my partner, but I still want a kissy kiss, you know?
Okay, so it would just have to be a conversation before.
Of course. I think, like, so in a relationship, I always say this in the beginning of the relationship, and I make it a thing. So then when I break up with you, you're not confused. My biggest thing is disrespect. Like, don't disrespect me. Don't embarrass me. Like, I always set a precedent of what I respect and my boundaries, or what I expect and my boundaries. So I never understand why a man is shocked later. Like, it's like, hey, don't do this. Then they do it and you're pissed and you're like, okay, it's not going to work. And they're like, oh, what? I'm like, are you serious? Like,
because they don't expect you to have actual boundaries.
Oh my God. So when it comes to the whole like kissing or having a girl best friend or like going places or doing things, like, it's just like, communicate with me. And if I don't think it's okay, then we'll have a conversation.
Right.
Then it's the sneaking around that becomes cheating, or it becomes like disingenuous or embarrassing or disrespectful. You know?
Have you ever been cheated on?
Okay, so I was cheated on twice. I don't know if I can count the first one.
How come?
Because I was in like 9th grade, right?
Okay.
And no, hell yeah, I'm considering this. Okay, so I was dating this guy. His name's Find him on Instagram. Kill his ass, everyone. He lives in
like
look out, boy, they coming for you. You should probably
she put his full government name.
Okay, so do you want his middle? Okay, so basically we were please don't put it, just beep it, go boop. Okay, so we were in high school and I played lacrosse and he played lacrosse. And I remember I was in French class, and two of my friends from the lacrosse team came to get me and they're like, come here, we have to talk to you. And I was in sweatpants that day. It's my biggest regret. I was in sweatpants and they were like, I just stop saying his name.
Okay, there's a lot of
okay
in the world.
Stop saying his name. They're like, he's cheating on you. I was like, no. He would never. He loves me. I'm a prize. And so he was cheating on me with 3 different girls from 3 different high schools. And so when I confronted him about it, he said he was drowsy on NyQuil. Because he was feeling sick. I'm sorry. So you had 3 other relationships during the course of 30 days because you were drowsy? That must have been some strong ass NyQuil. Do you know what's still a trigger? I was dating this guy. And he was like, yeah, I'm just not feeling well. I'm going to get some NyQuil. I was like, oh, I bet you are, bro. I bet you fucking are.
Okay,
So,
was this a sexual relationship? Not to put you on
I don't know.
blast
We were
in 9th
kids.
grade.
Oh, did I have sex? Oh,
Yeah.
girl, no. I looked like a toe in high school. I remember I had like one of those stories. Like I wasn't called beautiful until like prom night. Very Disney. But no. Like he like fingered me once, but he wasn't even like where he.
Okay, now we really have to bleep his name.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm getting so. Okay, we'll move on. Okay, but past that, so my first love cheated on me. We met in college, then we went to different colleges. I moved to New York for college and he moved like 3 hours away to a college. And in the course of 4 days of being there, by the 3rd day, he cheated on me. He like called me, started a fight. I was like, oh, you cheated. Like we were fine. And then he started, you know what I mean?
Picked a fight out of nowhere.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God. So what'd you do last night? So basically he was like, yeah, I cheated, but it was only because I missed you and she looked like you.
Ew.
He thought because she looked like me, I was going to be like, babe, oh my God. She did look like me. I asked to see, and she did look like me. And she was pretty, thank goodness. Can you imagine?
He should have kept that to himself.
Yeah. And then you go to my last relationship, which is probably what you were thinking of. I still don't know what happened there. Because after we broke up, I received so many screenshots of women being like, girl. I'm like, okay, where was this, while we were dating? I'm coming to you as a woman when we're dating. Because now I don't give a fuck, But there was a lot of just like messages, like things that he was saying to other women, like on Instagram, like through text messages and stuff. And yeah, I just don't know if I consider that cheating or just like disrespectful.
But it was never any like cold, hard proof. Or like were there some of the messages where you were like, okay, that's cheating?
There were messages where I'm like, all right, you're crossing a line. But then I don't know if I would show other women that message or those messages and they would think the same thing. Yeah. He denies it. Like I would never, like I never physically cheated. Those were his words. So that's fun. But yes, that's the history.
I'm so sorry there was such a long history. I didn't expect that.
Because I'm a delight.
Yes, because I would never cheat on you.
Oh my God, thank you. What about you? Don't skip the question.
Oh, well, it's skippable. As far as I know, I haven't been cheated on.
I love that so much.
But that's because I don't give a lot of people a chance to cheat on me. Like, I don't give a lot of people a chance, period. I haven't had many relationships. Yeah. So, like, there's only 2 people that could have cheated on me. Yeah. And one of them was, like, my 5-year ex. I don't believe he ever did. Yeah. And one of them... Yep. Yeah. Skip that. Mm-hmm. So do you think that once a cheater, always a cheater?
I don't know. That's like asking, do you believe that people can change?
So, do you?
Did you see me try to flip it? You're too good.
Okay, no, I think that, like, if
know.
you cheated in 9th grade when you were, 14? Like,
yeah, I'm not going to blame. It's fine. Like, we all make mistakes.
I just feel like once a cheater, always a cheater. Like, okay, I think like early high school and middle school, like we could let that go.
Yeah. That's why I wouldn't consider that relation. We were freaking kids. Right. But I just think it's a really hilarious story to tell.
It is funny.
And then, like I consider myself only ever being cheated on by my first love, that relationship. Because it was like, he did it. We talked about it. Obviously I broke up with him. It got really messy. But yeah, my last relationship, who freaking knows? I don't care enough to think about it. Right. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if once a cheater, always a cheater, because sometimes I believe like eventually that person is going to meet their person, right? Their soulmate and their partner. Are they going to cheat on them? Probably. But I want to believe that they wouldn't,
I think it depends on where the intention of the cheating came from.
Ooh.
And how old you are.
I think still though, like if you're not mature enough to realize, okay, like, this isn't working for me, so I'm going to break up with them. Right. Because there's, like, there's so many reasons you can cheat.
Right.
You know, you're not being fulfilled in that relationship. You're dumb.
But you can always communicate before cheating.
100%.
Like,
There's steps before you have to cheat.
like,
you have to make contact with that person. You have to make plans to see them. You have to get alone with them. You have to lean in.
and even if you just kind of fell into the situation, like, you didn't just fall into her vagina.
You don't. You didn't fall into her mouth either. You don't. I've had uh-ohs, but like, no,
it just fell in.
I think we talked about that episode too. I don't remember. But you have situations where you're just hanging out with a guy and then, oops, we had sex. Like, oh my God, like he fell in. Or I tripped.
That hasn't personally happened to me.
Yeah, no, same. I heard that from other people said that to me.
No, I used to think once a cheater, always a cheater. I really did. I think that was when I was like younger and obviously had less relationship experience and life experience in general. I do think depending on how it happened and depending on how you found out. Like if somebody communicated it to you and like you could tell they were remorseful and maybe it was really a one-time thing, and I don't know, maybe you've been married for 20 years and you have 2 kids, like maybe you could figure it out.
Yeah.
However,
have you ever cheated?
I have not.
Same. Okay, cool. I was just making sure you're a good person.
No.
I was going to cancel drinks after this. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I think I would have too big of a guilty conscience.
Same.
And I don't think I could do it. Because I really do believe that you could always say something, like even if it, like this is horrible, but even if you were about to send a text right before you were about to have sex.
You could still make the decision, hey,
you could call or like there's a lot, it just feels so selfish to me.
I agree.
It's so selfish to just like indulge in that moment. It's just like, oh, I just got carried away and I just couldn't possibly think about that other person that I've been in a relationship with. Like, how did it not cross your mind?
I know it's fucked.
Do you think you could ever come back from being cheated on?
I'm going to say no. And I know there's a lot of like celebrity couples and other people that would be like, well, he cheated on me and we've been together 10 years strong. I'm like, well, good for you. But respectfully, I could never. And then you look at celebrity couples like, okay, like Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. Mm-hmm. They look so happy, but he's cheated on her. So I'm just like, oh, it's tarnished. Beyonce and Jay-Z, bye. Like, it's like, what are we doing? You know, she could be probably with somebody who absolutely adores her. Not saying that he doesn't, but it's just like, I don't know. How do you like move past that? Right? I couldn't.
I don't think I could either.
Yeah.
And it's not the cheating part. Well, it's both. Let's be honest.
Like, well, that's probably that.
Yeah. It's both parts. I can't get past the fact that you're a liar.
Yeah.
Like, to cheat on me, you had to lie, you had to deceive, you had to pretend to be somewhere you weren't.
You don't care enough about my feelings.
You disrespected me, you gaslit me. How long did you lie? You told me you cheated like a month ago? Like, it's been a month of you lying?
And the fact that you can, like, kiss my lips and look me in the eyes.
And, like, physically disrespectful.
Wow.
Like, you stuck your dick in somebody else and then you came back and stuck it in me.
They probably loved it. They loved it while it was going on. If you was like, I hated it, babe. No, you didn't.
No, I think that's so disrespectful on so many levels that's where I can't forgive you. And I know that I'll never get over it. Like, every time you do anything, I'll be like, well, you cheated on me, so.
Yeah. Babe, I made you you were cheating downstairs in the kitchen. Like, I could never, like, what do you mean? Yeah, no.
And then I can't trust you anywhere you say you are. Like, then now you have me being paranoid.
Right. Now I'm all insecure. I don't think so.
Yeah, like, I'm not secure in this relationship. Now I'm stressed out and anxious because of something you did. Yeah. Like, no. And maybe people that can get over it are bigger people than I am.
Yeah. Or maybe they're just not strong enough to walk away. That's the way I think of it. I mean, or maybe they're mature. Let me know.
Yeah. I mean, probably a mix of both.
Yeah.
But I think some people can look at big picture and like, obviously, I don't know what it's like to be married and have kids and like build a whole life with someone and have intertwined finances and own a house together and a dog. Like, if you decide that 20 years of that is not worth breaking up because he had sex once or she had sex once, and like, it's not an ongoing relationship. Like, that's very different. But like, if it was a one-time thing and you decide like all these other things are more important than that one thing. Yeah. And maybe you got over the root cause of the cheating problem, then maybe some people can be like, hey, I let it go. Yeah. Like Beyonce.
I think it's like, oh man, I had something really interesting to say.
Yeah.
I blacked out.
I don't know. I just know me personally, I'm not getting over that.
Oh, okay. I remember what I was going to say. Okay, so for me, I think now, like with age and relationship experience, I figured out the middle ground, but I struggled with, so before my last relationship, one thing, I was out the door. Like, and it was like, you know, and people are like, oh my God, like, Cash, you cut that like right off at the knees, which was like what I used to do. And then my last relationship, like when I was ready to cut it off at the knees, like everybody was like, stay, give him a chance. Absolutely should have left. And because then after that, I just like didn't respect him. I didn't like look at him as a man. He wasn't really, I just didn't respect him at all. So I think finding the middle ground of like maybe not cutting it off at the knees, maybe not cutting the relationship off too soon, and like, you know, being like, okay, you did this, I'm out, but not staying too long and listening to other people's opinions. Like there's a middle ground, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I think it depends on what the cheating was too. Like maybe I could forgive somebody if they made out with somebody and that was it.
Yeah.
But like if you had sex, I don't know. It depends. It just depends on so many things. And which circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, it's like, I'm pretty simple. Like if you do anything that like makes you think maybe I shouldn't have, you won't have me as a girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know.
I think it's also what you said about the disrespect thing.
Yeah.
It's like respecting him. Mm-hmm. It's like, I can't even look at you the same anymore.
Yeah.
Like I don't respect you as a person.
I agree. I also just feel like we're pretty easy girls to get along with.
I think so.
So it's like, if you're like cheating, I mean, bro, like you really just could have sent me a text and be like, hey. Or you just could have called me. Like, I'm really chill. Like,
I was about to say,
you don't gotta be sneaky, bro. Like, it'll be okay.
You could have just
I'm not even
me.
gonna yell at you. Like, I just so chill. You don't need to do that. But
I also feel like I'm a very perceptive person too. Like, if we're like not having sex, or like the sex isn't good, or like there's an issue going on, I'm not gonna be like, oh, this came out of nowhere. Yeah. Like, obviously, both of us are in this relationship. I'm aware there's an issue here. Mm-hmm. So the issue is probably the reason you cheated. So, like, you could have just told me. Yeah. You could have just been like, hey, you know, our sex sucks, or we're not having any, or I want to get some from somewhere else. And you could have just told me. I'm a big girl.
I agree.
Like, don't cheat on me.
I agree.
Be honest, bruh. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I've never even been cheated on. I'm acting like...
I know, you're like, how could you? I'm like, girl, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm already, like... at the point where I was like, fuck men, like I'm barely gonna date anymore.
Yeah.
Like if I got cheated on at this point, like I'm out. Like I'm full gonna be alone forever.
I feel like I'm gonna be a villain for the next like
I don't even think I would do that. I think I would just tap out. I would tap out.
She said hanging up.
I would literally be like, you know what? I think I've dated enough guys. I think I'm just gonna go.
I feel like where I am right now with dating is like, I'm not like in the streets, but I'm on the sidewalk. I'm not inside. I'm on the sidewalk. Sometimes I like fall into the streets on accident, but I always make my way back home to the sidewalk. You know what I mean? Like that's
no. I don't.
Like, you know, like I'm on the sidewalk, like I flirt, I text, I'll go on a date or two, but I'm not like out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even have a roster right now. I have a bench, but I don't have a roster, you know? Like nobody, like the game isn't active, you know? But I guess maybe I could put in if I needed to, but I'm chilling, you know? I'm on the sidewalk.
How are you finding these suitors?
We talked about this when we went to happy hour. Remember we did a Q&A? We should do that later. Yeah. But so for you guys don't know, we did a Q&A on my Instagram story, and people were like, how do you meet people in New York? They were asking us this, and we have very different opinions. Remember?
Remind me.
I can't remember. Because I said it's not that hard to meet people, and you were like, yeah, it is.
Oh, I think most people lean my direction. Where
everybody leaned your direction. I look dumb as fuck on my Instagram.
on her own Instagram. No.
I don't know. Like, I think for me, like, and I can prove it when we got to drinks after. I don't have problems meeting people, but it's people that I want to date. Probably not.
I was going to say quality over quantity.
But people are like, I'm not meeting anybody in the city. And I'm like, that's not possible. You have to like not be leaving your house if you're not meeting anybody in New York City. If you're a woman and you put on a nice outfit and you have a good attitude, you're going to meet somebody. If you're like out and you're like giving approachable vibes, you're having fun with your girlfriends, I think that's I've never left my house and not gotten approached. And I'm not saying like I'm the baddest like it's just like men are just bored and we're in.
I was gonna say, are they coming up to you?
Yeah.
In like group settings? You're with a group of 5 girls and one guy's just walking up.
No, it's like it'll be like one guy comes.
The most confident guy in New York City.
No, I mean that's happened like if you go to like okay, if you go to a hotel bar, you know, a guy will approach you with your friends and not care because those are like sharks type men. But if you're out with like your girlfriends and there's like a group of guys, like there's like little things. Also, say the guy doesn't approach you, right? And like me and some girls went out and there was like a group of guys and one of the girls are like, oh my God, Billy's so cute. There's just sick things you can do to get the guy to come over. You make eye contact, you drink your drink, you don't break eye contact, he's going to come over. You know, you could send him a drink if you want to be an alpha type of woman. Like there's just, New York City is just one big dating game and just like play. It's so fun here. Like, I think people are just so scared of, like embarrassing themselves or being turned down, but it's like, you're never going to see that man again. And if you do, pretend you literally don't know him. Like, it's so simple. Like, dating is so easy here.
Yeah, but I'm not like I'll shoot a shot.
I know.
Like, I'm not afraid of being turned down.
I know.
Or like being alpha female.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't go out and like when have we ever gone out and a guy comes up to me?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're giving off. It's giving approachable. I'm not giving that off. And I think a lot of women apparently aren't either. And maybe they don't mean to.
Yeah.
But I also don't go out of my way to do those flirty things.
Of course.
Like if I say, see a cute guy across the bar, I'm going to tell you like, hey, that guy's cute. And then I'm never going to look in his direction. Ever. He saw me walking. If he wanted to approach me, he could come up. I'm not going to get a drink and be like...
No, I love playing games. It's so fun. I can't relate. But
I'm not a game player.
Don't get me wrong. There's some times where I'm just like out and I'm doing my thing and like men aren't the focus. But if I'm out, it's a night out. I look good. I'm with my girls. We're bored. Like, yeah, like I love like playing those flirty games. But I also was going through this on my Instagram story. Like, women talk about men being intimidated. And I get that a lot too. And girl, you are a stunning, remember I thought you were like 6'2"? You're not. You're stunning, I don't know, like 5'9" or something. Like you're like tall and stunning and you just have like a bold presence. So no guy's gonna, hey, how are you? Like, no, they're not coming up to you, sweetheart.
I know. But that's like, the kind of guy I don't want to come up to me anyway.
Exactly. And it's like, I've been through that as well, where it's like I have to send a clear message that I'm approachable to a man to come over. And that's not the type of man that I'm trying to date. Like, I want a man that like sees me and he's like, I'm a little intimidated, but who cares? That's
like, I have to go over there.
Yeah. Like, because I think I'm like really approachable and adorable and sweet, but it's like men don't see that from across the room when they see like a beautiful girl. You know what I mean? And also men are just insecure creatures, you know?
Creatures?
Not creatures. Oh,
she's talking about you, Malik.
Sorry, baby. Not creatures.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. I don't usually start my nights or any day going out being like, I want to meet men.
Yeah, you never go out with that intention or it's just gonna, I think when I go out, I'm always just like, I'm ready for the vibes. Like I just go out for vibes and to see what happens, but I just never take life that seriously. So my friends always say like, oh, she's a wing woman. I'm just bored. You think that man's cute? All right, let's get him. Like, cause I just want to see what happens. I'm so bored.
That actually, like, I can confirm.
But also it's like, if my girlfriends like don't shoot shots, like I have no problem shooting from half court, you know, or just doing something. Like
for them?
Yeah, like what are we doing? Like life is so short. If you want to talk to Billy, talk to Billy. Like who cares?
Why is it always
like,
Billy? I'm dead.
That's my go-to guy name.
Yeah, I think you are messy in that way. And
I'm not messy.
No, it makes for a good time. Like I love it. This is why I like to be around you. Like we're not alike in a lot of ways.
I know.
And it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And when I feel like being like, you know, a little more like you, it's like fun. Like you encourage it.
I like that though, because like Virgos really balance me. I don't know.
Wait, what's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
I know. I wanted everyone else to hear it.
Oh,
but
yes.
I usually ask like, everyone at the beginning of the episode. So you're 27 Capricorn and she's from Buffalo, New York.
Yeah. But all my close girlfriends, like even Darlin, like all of my close girlfriends are Virgos, and it's because we balance each other so well. Like, I do not want to be best friends with a me. That's so annoying.
Me?
Like, I cannot be best friends with a girl like me. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm hella annoying. That's why, like, I like a bit of a balance. Like, are you kidding? Oh my God. No, it's a lot.
Yeah, but I can like, I don't know. I'm like little chameleon. Depends on my mood.
And that's the thing. That's what I love about Virgos. Like y'all like mind your business and you're like kind of laid back, but when you have fun, you have fun.
Yeah. It's like that time I went out with your friends and you were like, they were all like, girl, you good? I was just like, I was not in the mood that night. Like I was just like being, you know. And then other nights, like we see her shaking her ass with you on your story. Like who
I know,
I thought she was gonna be more fun.
Right. But I mean, you have your time and it's like, it's good to know your boundaries for the night. Like instead of like forcing yourself to like dance or be loud or be crazy, you just kind of go with whatever your body's feeling. And I love that.
I just wasn't in the mood. It was the shoes. The shoes got me off on a rough night. Yeah.
Good.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel like we can wrap it up here.
Yeah.
My very final question for all of my guests.
Oh no.
Is there anything you want to be vulnerable about?
Is there anything I want to be vulnerable about?
I'll also think if there's anything I want to be vulnerable about.
I think on a serious note, because I am like very silly.
Yeah.
And people like forget that I'm like a real person sometimes because I'm like so theatrical. But I think like for me with the summer coming up, like me making jokes about being on the sidewalk, right? It's like I was feeling weird because, okay, me and like a group of my friends were talking about like the summer and they're like, we're outside, we fuck, like, you know, and I'm just not feeling that this summer. Like I really want to travel. And this is going to sound really crazy. Okay.
I can't wait.
But like a part of me, I don't even want to admit this. This is so vulnerable.
Oh my God.
No, ew.
Say
Ew,
it.
I'm going to say it. Okay.
Say it.
A part of me like kind of wants to be in a relationship.
Oh my God.
A part of me like kind of wants to like relax and like not settle down. I don't believe in settling down, but I like kind of want to like travel with someone and like vibe. And I don't know, like dating, don't get me wrong. I have so much fun dating. I think it's fun, but I'm like bored in that way. Like
Yeah.
I like men are so predictable to me. You know what I mean? I can almost always tell what a man's going to say to me. And I'm like so bored with that. And I think it'd be nice just to find like my counterpart, like someone who can kind of put up with me and like understand me and like challenge me in that way. My friends are going to die hearing this. They're going to be like, what the fuck? Because like I'm known to be the single girl. You know what I mean? It doesn't even.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think that's where I'm at this summer. Like I kind of like have fun and like, I don't know, maybe meet someone more in a like serious stance or just like travel and be silly. But as far as like fucking around and having a roster, it's not like my vibe. I'm getting old. I'm 27. Like, you know.
You're preaching to the choir. I
know,
don't do all that.
Yeah.
I can't. I've just never been that girl. And I'm just never gonna pretend to be like, I got a roster. Like I got a list of guys. I'm going out with 6 different guys. Like, yeah. It's just not me.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I've always been a relationship girl. But I feel like this is like so different from you.
Oh my God, it's groundbreaking.
Yeah, but there were good reasons. You needed a minute to get over the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And I understood why once you got out of that relationship, especially like with the public layer added.
Oh my God, it was so bad. And a part of me, like, I still don't know if I'll ever be able to fully trust someone after that last relationship. Like, I've never talked about it publicly. Like, I've never really actually sat down. And probably the only time I'll probably talk about it is if I like started my own podcast. Like I would never trust anybody else with that story because nobody fully knows what happened. Like, you know what I mean? And especially like, I mean, he's talked about it publicly a lot and definitely has victimized himself and stuff. So I've never talked about it, but that relationship, it took me a long time to really get over it and to like trust a guy again. Yeah. Oh my God. Like, I don't even know what that's going to be like if I'm going to be able to do that. Like, I know like my next relationship is going to have to be very patient with me.
Right. Okay. Well, you will. You'll get to that point.
Oh my God, of course. Yeah. Eventually.
Yeah.
What about you though?
Oh, you want me to be vulnerable?
Yeah. I was so vulnerable.
Oh shit. Sorry, I really wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about what's happening in life right now. Like, I feel like me being vulnerable was like me talking about the freaking show. Like, yeah, because it has caught me off guard, and it is going to be
that was very vulnerable in the beginning.
Few weeks of having to continue to watch it.
Yeah. I think even though you're like you're releasing your episodes like, you know, weeks in advance, right? You're recording weeks in advance, releasing later. I think it's going to help you, no matter who's sitting across from you on this couch, to be vulnerable about it. I know. Truly, because like listening back, like when you release this episode and you like listen back to it, you're going to be in a very different mindset. So it'll be, it's like your own diary series, you know?
I know.
I think you should keep talking about it, even though you can't really fully talk about it.
That part is hard.
Yeah, but I think it's still like, it's like little check-ins because you're still going through this in real time and it's hard. Yeah. Especially with, I mean, we don't know how it ends. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be really beautiful for you. And I think, without giving too much away,
not her teasing my own show.
This show, I know, right? Like, hire me, y'all. I think with this show specifically in your journey, I think it's going to be really amazing for everybody to see and amazing for you to watch too.
Yeah. I think
it's a beautiful way to end your reality TV career if you decide to.
Right. I think it's going to be better in the later episodes than it is in the beginning. I think this is going to be the hardest part that I'm in.
Oh my God, it always is the hardest part. And then you're going to go through another hard part when it's the middle. Yeah. You know, the beginning is always like, what's happening? Then you get your footing and you're like, oh, this is kind of sexy. And then it's not sexy for 2 or 3 episodes and then the sun comes out.
It's the unpredictability for me. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the fact that I don't know what's going to air.
Yeah. That was hard for me too because Love Island was live. So when I got off, all the bad stuff already happened. It was so sexy. And then the challenge, I had to wait 6 weeks for it to come out. And then it came out and I'm watching and everyone's like talking shit and I'm reading it.
At the same time as everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't even prepare yourself at all.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for being here.
Yay.
Thank you for being my first repeat guest. I'm sure you'll be back again at some point.
Maybe not. I'm bad luck.
Cash and I are going to go drink. It's 80 degrees outside. And
hell yeah.
You know, she wants to be on a sidewalk. So we're going.
I'm inside now, you guys.
Yeah.
Maybe the next time I'm on this podcast, I'll be like
in a relationship. Oh my! I have to have you back when you're in a relationship.
Okay, yeah. I'm not coming back on this podcast until I'm in a relationship.
That should be fun. I'm gonna bring him.
See you in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Wait. I can't say it live. Okay.
Tell everyone where they can find you.
You guys can find me on Instagram at Cashay Proudfoot. Yeah, that's it. I don't really do anything else.
Okay.
But yeah, find me on Instagram.
And you guys can find us and watch this full episode. We look really cute. We're matching in our denim on YouTube at Vulnerable Pod. I also made a TikTok at Vulnerable Pod.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
I made it yesterday. Okay. And follow me at Chelsea Vaughn on Insta. But that's it, guys.
Bye,
Thank you for being
guys.
here.
Thank you for having me.